Hello, this is Michael Rubin, and I had an idea this morning of sharing with you something that Bill Barrett showed me. I don't know if you guys know Bill, but if you don't, he's a fantastic chromatic harmonica player. So, let's talk about the G7 chord. This is the chord that most rhythm guitarists are playing during a song in the key of G7 during the one chord. Generally, the first four bars, the seventh and the eighth bar, and the 11th bar, sometimes the 12th bar. So it really shows up a lot in the 12-bar blues. So when you do a chord, it's kind of a skipping game. If you take a major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. You take the first note, and then you skip the second note, 3. And you skip the fourth note, 5. And then you skip the sixth note, 7. And the notes you wind up with are G, B, D, F sharp. That would make sense in a normal situation, but music is crazy. And when I say G7, I don't mean the 7th note from the G major scale. I mean to take that note, F sharp, and flat it 1/2 step, F. A half step just means one keyboard note lower, right? They call it the flat 7. And it's really the thing that makes it bluesy. If I just did G, B, D, not so bluesy. If I did G, B, D, F sharp with a regular 7, really not bluesy. But if I bring in that F note, much bluesier. And we have that chord on a C diatonic harmonica. 2, 3, 4, 5 draw is that chord, G, B, D, F. And this is one of the main reasons why playing in the key of G on a C harmonica, second position, is so easy for blues, because it's got the main chord of blues built into holes 2, 3, 4, 5 draw. And though the notes in the chord, G, B, D, F, they don't show up as a full chord elsewhere, but they show up a lot of other places on a C harp. One draw is D. 7, 8, and 9 draw is B, D, F. 3, 6, and 9 blow is G. And good luck, 10 blow single bend is B. So this chord, you basically can't throw a rock at the C harmonica without hitting a note that's in this chord. And so the rhythm guitarist is playing this chord for 75% of the song. If you focus on the notes in the chord, you're going to sound good. Does this mean you can't play other notes? Of course not. Music is subjective. If you like it, it's good. But focusing on the chord tones is a way to let the audience know, I know what key we're in. I know what chord we're on. Right? It sounds real good. So, if I were to play the G major scale, during this chord, it would sound funny, because the rhythm guitarist is playing an F, and we'd be playing an F sharp, and those two notes would clash. I'm not saying you can never play an F sharp over a G7 chord. I actually do it all the time, but I do it in specific ways. It takes a little knowledge to make that work. So instead of playing the G major scale with an F sharp, let's play an F. So now it's got an F. Did you notice every note was white? I just played all the white notes. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? This is what they mean when they say a mode. Because the scale I just played is the same notes as the C major scale. Do, re, mi, starting on C. it sounds totally different. Te, do. The last two notes are weird, right? This is because we're not hearing the notes in relation to C anymore. We're hearing the notes in relation to G. So that's a basic introduction to modes. So this scale, they call it the Mixolydian mode. It's just a name. It's a big name. Easily mispronounced. Mixolydian. No. Mixolydian. So the G Mixolydian scale is a great scale to play during a G7 chord, because every note that's in the G7 chord is in the G Mixolydian scale. And it's one of the main ways people play the harmonica. Because a C harmonica, if you took away the bends and overblows, every note that's built onto the C harmonica, the blow notes and the draw notes, are white notes, notes in the C major scale. I can just blow and draw against a blues in the key of G, and I'm going to sound good. Right? Now, does that mean I can't bend? No. First off, there are 3 bends that are white notes. 2 double bend is F, 3 double bend is A, 10 single bend is B. You can play those bends. And you can play other bends. We play 4 bend all the time in the blues. But 4 bend is a black note. It's D flat, right? So when you play that 4 bend, you're no longer in the G Mixolydian scale, right? To say that second position is only Mixolydian is not accurate. Because I can bend and play a black key, or overblow and play a black key, and those notes can sound good in the key of G as well, Mixolydian is an oversimplification of what second position is. So, I'm going to change to another scale that you probably have heard of. It's called the major pentatonic scale. It's a major scale, but without the 4th and the 7th note. So 1, 2, 3, skip 4, 5, 6, skip 7, back to 8, which is the same as 1. In the key of G, that would be G, A, B, skip C, D, E, skip F, sharp, G. And you've heard it before. 2 draw, 3 double, 3 draw, 4 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow. I played a 4. Kind of that Charlie McCoy sound. Well, it actually works really good in a blues in the key of G, especially when you combine it with other bluesier notes, like F or B flat or D flat. So you kind of mix them up. And it's a good combination. Well, every note in the G, my dog's barking, every note in the G major pentatonic scale, Sammy, every note in the G major pentatonic scale, G, A, B, D, E, is in the G Mixolydian scale. So you're basically using the G Mixolydian scale, you're just shortening it a little bit. The 4th note in the key of G is C. The notes in the C major pentatonic scale are C, D, E, G, A, C. Since those are all white notes, and the G Mixolydian scale is all white notes, every note in the C major pentatonic scale is in the G Mixolydian scale. So whenever I can play a G Mixolydian scale, like on a G7 chord, I could also play the C major pentatonic scale. The flat 7 in the key of G is F. The F major pentatonic scale is F, G, A, C, D, F. Every one of those notes is a white note. When I see a G7 chord, I could play the F major pentatonic scale. So I got 4 scales. And they're all basically the Mixolydian scale. So we got the Mixolydian scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The G major pentatonic scale, G, A, B, D, E, G. The C major pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A, C. And the F major pentatonic scale, F, G, A, C, D, F. They all sound a little different. I'm going to put on a song in the key of G, and it's just going to be one chord, the G7 chord. It's never going to change. I'll turn it up. All right, I'm going to play some Mixolydian. All right, now I'm going to play some G major pentatonic. Now I'm going to play C major pentatonic. Now I'm going to play F major pentatonic. Back to G Mixolydian. I might have thrown in a flat third, a B flat, 3 single bend right at the end there. In any case, each one of those scales sounded a little different. So we've got whatever the root of the chord is, G7, the root is G. We've got the Mixolydian scale of that chord, which is a major scale from the same root, G major, but with a flat 7. Then we've got the G major pentatonic, so same root. Then we go up a 4, do, re, mi, fa, G, A, B, C, and we play the C major pentatonic, or the 4 major pentatonic. And then we can play the flat 7, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, flat it, F. We play the flat 7 major pentatonic. So if I had a C7 chord, I could play C Mixolydian, C major pentatonic. What's the 4th note in C? C, D, E, F. F major pentatonic. What's the flat 7 in C? C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat. Or excuse me, B, and then you flat it, B flat. I could play the B flat major pentatonic. 4 scales that work great during a 7th chord. Whenever they play the 7th chord, right? So there's more to you that you can do during a 7th chord. This is just the starting. All right, hope you like it. Hey, I give lessons. I got a book, all that stuff. Contact me, Rubin, harmonica.com. All right, see ya.